ATN World News. News and inspiration with Leah Tillock.
Hello and welcome to ATN World News. I'm Leah, and it's great to be with you, the listeners, indeed, around the world. Well, today, you'll never believe who I have. I'm so thrilled. We have Julian Horowitz of the Maccabeats. Yeah, boy, they are an internet sensation. Let me give you just a little quick bio. Many people like to keep up with the Jewish holidays, and a lot of Christians of the Christian faith like to keep up with Jewish holidays and music. And the Maccabeats do Jewish music and Accapella, and a beautiful Accapella. They are a very popular group. They have a large fan base. They have numerous TV appearances. If you look at a lot of the American TV news shows, you'll see them performing on all of them, the famous ones. And they have successful CDs. So with all that, I'd like to say good afternoon, Julian. It's great to have you with us.
Good afternoon, Leah. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Oh, yeah, man, really cool group, and this is a fantastic interview. And I want to start off a little bit for some people that may not have heard the music, which if you're on the internet at all, or if you watch some of the morning news shows, you're going to see and hear their music and know of them. They're, like I said, really popular. But for those who haven't, here's a quick little song that's used a lot or can be used for Shabbat, which is the Sabbath. For the Jewish people. It's called Kaps Diro Yiko in Hebrew, pardon my Hebrew, but we're going to go ahead and give you a little sample of the gifted, talented, I've never heard an Accapella group sound this good, but we're going to let you hear a little bit of it right now.
Diro Yikra Levein Bad Ve'in Zachem Kemo Vavad Ne'im Shimchem Bilo Yushbat Shivu V'nuchu V'yom Shabbat Dirosh Navi V'ulami V'yom Yeshav Deimi Tasorek B'toch Ami She'ei Shabbat B'nei Ami Diroch Pura B'toch Bata V'gam B'vel Asher Gavra V'tot Sarai V'yafi Evra Shema Koli V'yom Ekra Elokim Te'em B'midbar Hadashita B'rosh Tizar V'lama Tir V'la Nizar Go'om Emteng Meinar Adok Amai Ke'el Kana Imog Levavu Bakina V'narchiv Pe'un Malena V'shoneinu V'charina Yei Chochma L'nafshecha V'yichater L'roshecha Mitzor Mitzvat Kidoshecha Shemor Shabbat Kodecha.
Wow, such talent. I tell you what, I read a little bit, and I heard that the whole group of you kind of got together. You all went to the same college. Is that how you met?
Yes. We met as undergraduates at Yeshiva University, a college in northern Manhattan. I guess we just liked singing so much that when we graduated, we just kept on singing.
Wow. I tell you what, this talent that your group have, and I know y'all like having your degrees, but it's kind of like sometimes this may override maybe your other occupations. But how do the whole group of you? Isn't there like about 11 of you? How do you all get it together for all the many concerts and appearances you're doing?
So there are 13 of us, but we do perform in groups of 7 to 8. So on any given Sunday, there may be 2 different Maccabeats shows on opposite sides of the country, which, confuses our fans in Los Angeles, where we're doing a show the same day in Maine. But the way I like to describe it is that every Maccabee has two full-time jobs, because we do meet together to practice for several hours each week, and we perform just about every weekend. But during the week after that red-eye flight back from LA to New York, where we're based, guys may go to whatever they're doing, law school, architecture school, teachers, therapists. I mean, you name it, we do it.
That's amazing. You're such bright and intelligent young men. And it seems like you really have a balance between your studies and music, and you have your heads on straight. And to be honest with you, in a lot of the industry in the music world, sometimes that's hard to find. Musicians that are really organized in their thinking and all, and it's refreshing. I know you're getting a lot of invites, but I would really like you to share with our listening audience, Julian, what is one particular performance your group did that stands out in your mind and in your heart among all the others, and why?
The first time, that's a good question, and first of all, every one of our performances is special, because we get to connect with audiences all around the country, all around the world. But the first time we performed in Israel to a sold-out crowd at the Jerusalem Theater was really, really a unique, special experience for us. To kind of sing, in that holy place, to an audience who didn't necessarily speak the same language as us. We tried our best to eke out a little Hebrew to them, because although we do sing in Hebrew, we speak English here in the States. But it was just such a strong musical connection, and we actually got to change the words to one of our songs, our signature song, which is our candlelight song. The bridge ends with a Hebrew verse saying a great miracle happened there referring to Israel. And in Israel, we were able to sing a great miracle happened here. And it was just this incredible thing to, sing our songs in the land of the Bible, and, where so many of the stories we sing about and the holidays that we sing about really took place.
That's something I really enjoy about a lot of your songs. It's like my favorite is "It's All About That Neis," and it's about that miracle work. I mean, seriously, I'm going, yeah, right on, dude. That's what it's about.
Yep.
And I'm thinking that's really great. It is really all about that Neis, and it seems like the Maccabees are singing about their convictions. I like the focus on, well, yes, a miracle happened here in Israel, and it's all about the miracle-working power. And even this cup song talks about the Holy One of Israel and how he's for the freedom of his people, and that his people are the apple of his eye. I mean, a lot of positive reinforcements in the right direction. So do the group of you get together and discuss like the power of your songs and what songs should be next? Or do you just kind of like somebody gets an idea and y'all kind of set it? How does that go for you guys?
So I don't have as good an answer to that question. People ask, one of the most frequent questions that we'll get is how do you come up with your songs? And the answer is, I don't know, sometimes I come up with them when I wake up in the morning. Sometimes I come up with them, we come up with them while we're on a long car ride from, New York to wherever it is we're driving. But, what you did mention, focusing on the positivity and the importance of the message, I would say that's definitely so important to what we do. And going back to what you said earlier about making time to do kind of trying to have it all and trying to budget our time properly, I'll say that besides the fact that we enjoy what we do immensely, we certainly wouldn't do it if we didn't think it was important, and we didn't think it was so meaningful to sing about messages of positivity, of being proud of who you are, being proud of your religion, the power of your religion. So yes, all that is definitely something that we think about passively and actively in everything that we do.
Yes, and that comes across, and you guys also look like you really enjoy what you're doing. People go to YouTube, look up the group. You can see that they really are enjoying what they're doing, and that comes across. I think that you've reached a level of a sort of fame that puts more responsibilities on all of you young men's shoulders. Do you feel a responsibility in a sense as a group now that you're well known for
when
the
there
world?
was an evolution. When we started, we kind of did it because we enjoyed singing. We sang in the synagogue, and we sang at our Sabbath tables. And it was more of a hobby. And then we released that Candlelight song I referenced earlier, and we would get emails from young men and women who told us that they were, maybe the only Jewish kid in their town or the only Jewish kid in their school. And they were, always a little bit shy about going to school and, saying who they were, but they realized that you could, after seeing our video, they could be proud of who they were in public. So we like to joke that, as a wise man once said, with great acapella comes great responsibility. So yes, absolutely, we're aware that in many senses we're in a fishbowl, and it's definitely led to a heightened awareness of who we are and our place in the scheme of things.
I tell you what, I know you've played a lot of places, but is there one place in particular you haven't played yet that you as a group would really dream of really going to this country and playing?
We'll be heading to Latin America for the first time later this year. We're doing a show in Mexico City. I think October, and it's always special to perform in a way, to perform with people who don't necessarily share the same language as you, because it really helps you connect over the music in a stronger sense. And we've been to 38 or 39 of the U.S. states. So the states we haven't been to, we'd love to visit, looking at you, Alaska and Nebraska and Iowa. But yeah, we also love to travel. We love interacting with Jewish communities wherever we visit. We love touring, visiting all the famous tourist attractions and seeing all the architecture. So I guess to answer your question, which I didn't answer yet, is anywhere. Anywhere we haven't been, we'd love to visit.
That's
place
a good
with its own unique personality. And,
Very good answer. Okay, listen, I've heard acapella groups before, and I really like them because it takes a great talent on top of talent to really do it, to sound like there's a music there with it. But you guys take it way up a few notches. How do you get your sound so much different than other acapellas? I mean, seriously, it's several notches up.
So I like to describe an evolution in acapella that we're at least musically a part of, and not too original, but we did add our own contribution to it in that for a long time acapella was associated with choir music. I think acapella was originally a church term, church choir, which is kind of more like a 4-part, counterpart harmony, a little bit more basic. Then about, say, from about 100 years ago to about 20 years ago, acapella slowly evolved into this replication of instruments, which was also a kind of an interesting art form. But in the last 20 years or so, and specifically over the last 10 years, with shows like Glee and with the Sing-Off and with platinum-selling artists like the Pentatonics, it's actually evolved into its own art form, almost its own genre, similar to the way rock and roll is a genre and the way R&B is a genre. Acapella is its own independent art form with its own signature styles and its own areas for expansion and creativity. And we've benefited greatly from the increased attention paid to that art form. And there's a lot of really, really great producers out there who are just friendly and fantastic. I mean, we work with the same producers who produce movies like Pitch Perfect and shows like The Sing-Off, and they're just, we're being able to work with them, and the magic that they bring to the studio is also just a very big part of the sound that we're able to make.
It really has evolved. It is its own genre, and today I think people are realizing more that their voice can be used as instruments, like that unique thing that Ari does. It's almost like an extra instrument in there.
Something
and
like
so
that,
I think the creativity level and the way of looking at the creativity of singing is different. And my personal opinion, I think that's part of what makes it so many notches higher. Besides, you all just really have it together in your mind about which parts to play, and it just the harmony is incredible. And it is like that old 4-part quartet harmony, which that's one of the largest conventions still every year is at a harmony quartet, you know.
Sure.
And
when we started, we would sing a lot of barbershop music, and you know, it still holds a very special place in our heart, down from that in our performance style.
I think that you created a new acapella style. That's my opinion, and I think that it needed to come at this time. We need forward-thinking people that can be hip and with it, and but in an organized, respectful way, in my opinion, that's not, you know, crazy, but really good and has, like you said, a good message and things like this. And I think that it was well balanced. It just, I think it's great. I think it's joy. I think your music is a part of joy in this world. You've helped some charities. I mean, I've seen some videos on this. And
I guess it's time for that plug, which is, you know, maybe more important than anything else we do, which is that we partner with an organization called the Gift of Life Bone Marrow Foundation. And what they do is they find bone marrow matches for people with leukemia, other forms of cancer, other illnesses. And all you need to do to join their bone marrow registry, and they have these drives all over the country, is to take a Q-tip, grab some cells from the inside of your mouth, which then they can then analyze at the lab. But unfortunately, they have thousands and thousands of these Q-tips, these test kits sitting in storage, which they don't have the funds to process. So together with Maccabeats fans worldwide, and I really was the fan, we were able to raise close to $300,000 for them over the last few years. And I think that's directly resulted in something like 60 matches and 19 life-saving trans. We were able to actually see the work that we were doing save lives, not right in front of us because everything is anonymous, but when it actually happened. And that was really, really amazing. All we did was we put up a video asking people to open up and help them and, spread the campaign. And then, I guess it was kind of a miracle that happened. We called it our Miracle Match campaign.
That's exceptional. I mean, really, yeah. And I mean, you are singing about, miracles in some of your songs and history. I like some of the ones that show a little bit of history to it and the real reason for Hanukkah and some of the holidays. What is the Jewish mindset today, the Hebrew heart? What is the Hebrew heart today to you, Julian?
I'm sorry, the Hebrew heart?
Yeah, what is the Hebrew heart, the beat of your heart?
The beat of our heart, I guess in many ways, I guess I could speak about the place we're from, which is Yeshiva University. It's a very, very special college. It's one of a kind, where it's actually half a day of Judaic studies and half a day of a thorough, ambitious secular university education. So I guess the Hebrew heart is, being in a world that is, being doctors, lawyers, scientists, PhDs, but also maintaining a profound commitment to the study of our religion, the study of the Talmud, the study of the Bible, Tanakh, as we call it in Hebrew. And that's something that, that keeps us going, at Yeshiva University, and, hopefully we take it with us as we leave from there. And I think our music is in many ways an extension of that. It combines the best of, the secular music world, with, Jewish themes, Jewish thoughts, Jewish ideas.
Well, that's good. I was going to ask you, new CDs. You've got a new CD going. What are your new projects?
Oh, if I told you, they might have to kill me. But we are working on a lot of exciting projects right now. It's been a really busy summer, and hopefully a whole bunch of great stuff to be released later this year, including some collaborations with other groups, and maybe even something that's not a video, but a little bit more immersive. But that's really all I could say about it for now.
Okay, but that's pretty exciting, you collaborating with other groups, but you've got a good attorney mind on you there. I'm going to keep quiet until it comes out. We have attorneys and attorney teams working.
I'll definitely send you a copy of whatever it is that we come out with. I can't say what it is. So.
I'll say, listen, dude, I'm going to insist on it. I'm going to be disappointed if you don't. And you got to sign it. See, we do videos. ATN does videos now and then. Some of the people we interview are kind enough to send us their DVD, CD book and sign it. And we do videos on it where people can, go to a link and purchase it. So definitely would really like to have that. But yeah, you got a good attorney mindset. Well, you'll know when it's out, okay?
Yeah.
You're going to keep safe. But, that's really a great idea about, joining with some other groups. Therefore, you're creating even yet another style there. But I think that there's all good things and exciting good mergers that can benefit the group and benefit the world. Well, we got about 5 minutes left. And is there anything, Julian, you'd like to say in closing to our listening audience?
I guess I do want to just speak to all the aspiring musicians out there and tell them to, that they can't have it all, whether religious or not, keep making music. It's just the world is just a better place for it. Email us if you have any questions. We answer every email we get. So, we'd love to interact with our fans. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/Maccabeats, twitter.com/Maccabeats, instagram.com/Maccabeats. And check out our website for upcoming shows, because we do love to interact with our fans. We hang out after the show, and, we say hi to everybody. So, definitely come see us or listen or drop us an email.
Oh, that's quite a commitment. I mean, most groups don't do that, and I think that's fantastic because from a follower's point of view, from one of your fans, what they would cherish the most is actual contact. I mean, that's a dream come true to people who follow your music, and the fact that you consider that and consider their feelings, and that you actually want it. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, we love recording music and releasing CDs and singles and videos, but the power of connecting with an audience in person is just, there's nothing like it. There really is nothing like it.
I do think that's the main thing. I mean, if it were me in music, I'd say it's a medium to connect with people, and that the people are the heart, of the issue there. So we'll ask you to stick around for the screen room, but I want to go ahead and say to our listening audience and to say to you, it was really great having Julian on representing the Maccabeats, and do definitely check out their music and check out their tour schedule. I'm sure they have it on their website. And until next time, I'm going to end this program as I always do. I'm Leah reminding you that God loves you. Oh, how he loves you.